tonight. La 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 la.
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Second live of the day, at least here on the channel, because it's my third live, because I had a live on Juventus earlier this morning, so it's the third live for me. One video, one short, you have some content, huh? I promise you that you will have a crazy summer, the summer that started today. Why? Because we know it yesterday, Serie A, 38 games were over, they were all played, and we know in what competition we will play. We know that we have a guarantee of 60 million euros that are in. We know that on the transfer market, we are a club that have some attraction. We are attractive on the market because some players that will ask themselves, are they playing Champions League? Are they not playing Champions League? The question is over now. We know that we play Champions League. We also know that we play Club World Cup. The thing is that we are not 100% sure with what coach we will go to the Club World Cup. And that's what we will speak about in today's video. We have the words of De Laurentiis about Antonio Conte. We have Arthur News, Girona. We have a lot of things to speak about in today's video. I will not do a really long live because I told you I am already a lot alive. And also because it's not that we are 100 million news, but we know it. Mercato never sleeps. So from one moment to the other, we can have some news that are coming from social media. So, ciao a tutti, ciao Saraz again, that was there earlier together with me during the live Belgium against Italy. Ciao Youssef Mala, ciao Ben the Goose, ciao Salman, second time today, ciao Lars, ciao to Ben the Goose, GJustjuve is there as well, ciao Maria, Giorgio, Paul Ibarra is there as well, fun facts. Anyone here disagreed on selling Vlahovic? I am 100% sell, by the way. I don't know, maybe someone will answer the question in the chat. Petite fan sur la date, ciao Beppa. No, I was wrong with the date, of course, because I didn't pay attention, because if you are really close to midnight, the program automatically set the date on the day after, so I didn't change it. So I'm really, really sorry for that. It is today, indeed. Ciao Thomas, ciao Felix, ciao Stavros. Usually I don't plan that long in advance. Usually I don't plan, except if it's really a super strange live with a special guest, then maybe I can anticipate it a bit. But usually if you see that it's a normal live, a Mercato live or whatever, I don't, if you see the wrong date, write me in the comment section so that I know that I made a mistake. Ciao Cliff, grandissimo Cliff, Stavros, Pavel, Faisal is there as well. We have Brock, Asian British Traveler, Joey is there, Pecci, Milan or staying to Napoli. He doesn't want Conte, Pecci. Ciao to Nico, Super Seppo, Mufid. Ciao a tutti. Let's start. Big Ronaldo news I see. Yeah, it's a big Ronaldo news. I saw, of course, the news about Cristiano Ronaldo. The world is speaking about that. With all the respect of a fantastic athlete, a fantastic player that we had in our team, of course, for 3 years. Unfortunately, in a really bad moment when COVID kicked in, really unfortunate moment for Juve, because for an entire year we had no supporters that were able to go and watch. But he's 40, guys. At a certain moment, yes. But so on social media, of course, it's a news that is attractive. Of course, the world immediately they spoke about it. What was the tweet of Cristiano Ronaldo? I will show you. Cristiano Ronaldo. So we go here with this chapter is over. The story still being written. Grateful to all. What does he mean? It's a bit cryptic. It could be the chapter at Al Nasser is over, in Saudi Arabia is over, but I will continue to play. Could be. Or the season is over and we will continue to write next season with Al Nasser. Looks like he's leaving, but honestly, I think it's not time for retire, because it's still an integral player, a player that can make some difference. I think he will try to find a team where he can go at the Club World Cup. I would not be surprised if he finds a team so that he can go at the Club World Cup. But anyway, I don't think it's linked to Juve, to Italian football. So I don't see Cristiano Ronaldo going back to a top club. One, and I also don't see a Cristiano Ronaldo that is looked for by top clubs. Let's see. I'm curious about his next destination, but not really more than that. I mean, no. Anyway, that was about Cristiano Ronaldo for the people that just wanted to say Cristiano Ronaldo. In the chat, Alvin, ciao Beppe, there was a scary incident. Yeah, we spoke about it earlier, unfortunately. I heard about it. We spoke about it during the other live, so it is what it is. No, it is what it is. No, it's really unfortunate, of course, and we already spoke about it. I know. So much strength and prayers towards the people that unfortunately were there, were scared, were wounded, because, of course, it's a disaster situation. Should never happen. In life, in general, should never happen. On top of that, when people are just having fun, enjoying, having a beautiful evening, and these unfortunate events are happening. It's crazy. I don't know the details, so it's really sad. The world that we are living in is crazy, is sad, is scary. It's really scary. It's really scary. What do we do with the first news? We go with the first news about fast news about Arthur. I think that's a really fast one that we can tackle immediately. Where is he, Arthur? They don't even recognize him here on the internet. I had to scroll a bit before finding the news about Arthur. Here is Arthur. Well, yesterday, Cristiano Giuntoli, before the game, he said for the Club World Cup, we'll have Kostic back, we have Rugani back, because we are short in team. So these two players, they will reinforce the team. They will play the Club World Cup with Juventus Football Club. He didn't mention other players that also will come back from loan. He didn't mention Facundo Gonzalez, for example. He didn't mention Arthur that is on loan at Girona. We know that to go there, he extended his contract, the Brazilian player. That extending his contract lowered the salary. He's a player that did a good season in a difficult season of Girona, because they were not, again, fighting for Champions League. They didn't qualify for Champions League. They were really bottom table. They didn't relegate, but they were really bottom table. He enjoyed his time. They enjoyed him as well. He did really a good season with them. And in the beginning of the month of May, Mirko Di Natale told us that Girona is really evaluating the chance to go for that opportunity to keep him. And today he went out with the news that Girona, he confirmed it, and that will do an attempt with Juventus to try to keep Arthur also for next season. Contacts next week. So when you hear Giuntoli not mentioning his name, it's already something. Probably even if he comes back to Juve, they will not bring him with Juve, and that's one thing. The second thing is that would be a really beautiful opportunity, because Arthur is like the ex that you don't want to see, your ex-girlfriend that you don't want to see, but you keep seeing pictures of her everywhere on social media. You block her on Instagram, and then you see someone else that is posting, and you see her there. Then you go on TikTok and you see your ex-girlfriend. Then you go on Facebook and you see your ex-girlfriend. You go on Twitter and you see your ex-girlfriend that you just want to forget, that you just want really to close that chapter. And Arthur, we don't close the chapter. So if Girona could really seriously think about him, would be really nice. Also because, guys, we know it, unfortunate signing in a difficult moment of Juve that was at a certain moment because of COVID impact, because of own mistakes. We're thinking more about economical side than really sporting side with that swap Arthur Pjanic. Arthur that came half injured, never found his spot, and with Pirlo. And when he started to play well, remember that the big fall from Atalanta that was not even whistled, if I remember well, that brought him back in the J Medical. We never saw him. Then he was absolutely not a player for Pirlo. He was not a player for Allegri. Was not a player for Juventus probably. He didn't even want to come in the beginning. I remember how much we had to push to convince him. So the story started really bad. So that would be nice for Juve to finally say, okay, we close. Will we win money on Arthur? No, but you can maybe go break even with a really small fee. stopping that toxic relation for both, because also for him it's not fun, because we are always looking at ourselves, selfish, thinking about our club, the benefits for our club. But from a human side, look, it was a bad decision where he was nearly obliged to choose. It didn't work out at Juve. He tried on loan at Liverpool, immediately that injury. He tried at Fiorentina, where he did really well actually at Fiorentina, and they didn't sign him permanently. And he did a really good season at Fiorentina. They didn't want him, which is a pity, because he really tried. You cannot blame Arthur on that. And then he goes to Girona, where he's doing well. So hopefully he can find also peace, because again, from a human perspective, it's not fun. You know that you are not liked by your club, that they are just thinking to put you away. And every time you need to come back at J Medical, doing the test, the preseason, knowing that they are not counting on you, that they don't want you in the team. So again, seriously, human perspective, it's not fun for him. For us as well, it's not fun, because it's a player. It's a player that we have there, and he should not be there. Okay, so Girona, let's monitor the situation, but that could be a really beautiful first news of the evening. And that's one. Then, give me the questions, guys. Today's Mercato is crazy. We really start. I didn't even put the logo, and here is the logo of Mercato is crazy. So, Girona, beautiful news. Beautiful news after the one of Nicolo Fagioli. You know it, after Fiorentina. Incredible. Nobody was betting on that one. That Lazio would have lost against Lecce 1-0, especially in the second half, where they played with 11 men. Fiorentina, that was led or was losing against Udinese before that comeback with a goal of Fagioli, by the way. Now it's official. So, we have a lot of players. And yesterday, Giuntoli said we have a short team for the Club World Cup, so we are thinking about some people that are coming back from loan. Actually, if really we count all the players that are coming back from loan, probably we have a lot. The problem is that these are players that were unwanted. And that's one. What about Rugani? That's the good news. Rugani will come back at Juve, will go to the Club World Cup, which is a good news, because in defense we really need some people. People that are counting on Bremer don't count too much on Bremer. I think that we will see him playing at the Club World Cup, but 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, just to find again the feeling with the field. But don't count on Bremer also in the beginning of the season. Don't count on a Bremer that will play 38 games of Serie A. It's always tough when you come back from an injury like that. A bit easier for a defender than for a winger a la Federico Chiesa, because the movements are different. But calma. So Rugani coming back is a good one. On the other side, there are clubs interested in Rugani abroad, but also in Italy. He will play the World Cup, and from there, they will decide what to do, to stay at Juve, to go away. Depends also on the coach that will arrive and the decision of the coach. What will they say about Rugani? We want to keep him at Juve because he's an excellent player that we can use when needed. Or no, we need to move on. We need to close that chapter as well and look for other players, or playing with the one that we have. I think personally that complete team, without speaking about exits of players, we are a lot of defensive player on the right side, especially if we play with a three-man defense. In a three-man defense, you have Kalulu and Gatti. That is already problematic because you need to choose, because these are not players that are playing at the center back. You have Nicolo Savona, and that's 3. You have Thiago Giallo that will come back. He will not stay at Juve, but that's 4. You have Rugani that is also playing there. That's his spot in the three-man defense. Who do I forget? Alberto Costa is not really in that position. He played there yesterday. But you can count Facundo Gonzalez. I don't know if he's playing on the left or on the right, because at PSV I wanted to follow him at Feyenoord, but he played 260 minutes, so I'm not even sure where he plays, to be totally honest with you. So we have a lot of players. We have a lot of players there, and some decision will need to be taken. Then that you have a Kalulu and you have a Gatti, it's good to have competition. It's good to have 2 players, but I don't see them in a 3-man defense playing a lot together, because Bremer, if healthy, if back, is the one that plays in the center, or Gatti or Kalulu on the right, and then you need one on the left. That could have been Hansko, but Hansko will not come to Juve, guys. So I see sometimes people that are mentioning Hansko, it's a story that is closed, a chapter that is closed, like Cristiano Ronaldo with probably Al Nasser. Closed chapter for Hansko, or it was in the winter, or it would have been difficult to sign him, or maybe would have changed targets. So Hansko, no. Matthew with a beautiful donation, right below the message of El Mustachero. Do you think that we will sign a striker before signing Vlahovic or not? No. Maybe. Look, the priority, and then I will go to Matthew. The priority is for the Club World Cup, in that short mercato, to find the extension of the loan, or at least to have the green light to keep Colomwani at Juve until the end of the World Cup. So we want to go with Colomwani as the first striker at Juve. Then if you are able to find a deal already for next season as well, that would be wonderful. I tell you, I already said it multiple times, but the one that I trust the most and I really would love to have in my team really from a full season is Colomwani. So I would be happy with that, but it's not a deal that is over, because we really need to talk with Paris Saint-Germain. And I think that before the 1st of June, it will be tough to speak with them, because they have other things in mind at the moment. And let them alone. Let them concentrate. Let them think only about that, the game that I don't want to mention. That's what we need to think about, all of us, parce que ici, c'est Paris. Ici, c'est Paris. So, and after that, we think about Colomwani. So that's the priority. If we are able to, you go with Dusan Vlahovic, you go with Colomwani, that are two strikers. If not, you will have probably the second choice striker that could come, if you are not able to really go extremely fast for Jonathan David. That at the moment, yes, there are voices, but Napoli is on him. They made an offer. Inter is interested in. Juve is interested. Apparently, there was an acceleration. They will meet the agents of Jonathan David next week. So pay attention to that. Don't forget, guys, if you want to tag me if there are some news on social media, let me know. Let me know. Oh, what is happening? Mamma mia. Zaniolo goes totally crazy. Did you see? Zaniolo aggredire. How do you say aggredisce? Attacks. Zaniolo attacks a player from Roma Primavera, from the youth. And there is an official statement from the club. He's just back from... He's just back from loan from Fiorentina. How did he attack? After the game, okay, wait. Ooh, what a beautiful shirt. Ooh, what a beautiful shirt. Ooh, what a beautiful shirt. Looks like they're thinking in my mind. Hey, guys, hey, did you see? Did you see the magic here? Did you see the magic here? I click my first ad of the evening. Ici, c'est Paris. I don't know who is there in my computer. Elon Musk, Tim Cook, Steve Jobs. I don't know who is in my computer, but they have the audio. Do you think, guys, honestly, do you think that it exists, that they just listen and they know what you're talking about? Because I didn't click Paris Saint-Germain. I didn't make a research for Paris Saint-Germain. I just mentioned, ici c'est Paris, let them think, Colomwani, Paris Saint-Germain, they have a game to play, boom, the shirt is here. Yeah, I'm not the only one that is totally crazy with these kind of things, no? I cannot be the only one totally crazy. That is, I'm really thinking that sometimes you say something with, they know. They know. We will ban Mario if he doesn't stop. We will ban Mario if he doesn't stop. Crazy. Yeah. Crazy. Let me now read the message of Matthew. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Beppe, assuming we get Conte, what players are on the current roster fit his 4-3-3? Will we see a Thuram, Cope, Loka midfield? Good question. The problem with Conte is that I'm not sure that he will play 4-3-3. I'm not sure that he will play 3-5-2. I don't know. I can tell you in terms of what it takes to be a Conte player first. that's something that I can answer, but it's a long answer. So I can tell you that a Locatelli can be a Conte player, a Thuram can be a Conte player, a Gatti can be a Conte player, a Bremer as well. I don't know if Koopmeiners in terms of qualities for sure could be a Conte player. In terms of personality, let's see, because you need to have a solid stomach, a really solid stomach. So will we see a Thuram Cope Loca midfield? I think that they will try to bring an extra midfielder. Then it depends who will come, who will reinforce. But Koopmeiners, I really hope that he's the real reinforcement there in the midfield, because we saw him. But I don't think that Douglas Luiz is a Conte player. I don't think so. We need to speak about the words of Tudor. We need to speak about the chaos about that Club World Cup in a second as well. Sai se Conte sarà il prossimo allenatore della Juve? Allora, David, ti rispondo in inglese, se va bene per te o no? David? No, perché vedo che vivi in Svezia. Dunque, se vuoi ti rispondo in inglese così tutti capiscono. Fammi sapere se posso risponderti in inglese. I'm asking David if I can answer him in English so that at least I don't need to translate later. So, waiting for David to tell me. And guys, please, there is one rule. There is one important rule. Lionel Creative, I will kick you out if you don't stop with attenzione, with pay attention to this, to that. So you need to be precise. We need to be precise, because here, guys, with all the respect, I don't see any important tweet, I mean last minute tweet from Nico Schira. I see Nicolo Zaniolo, I see Cristiano Ronaldo. There is one from 39 minutes ago that is important, that we will go through, but please, otherwise we will go crazy. Otherwise we will not survive mercato. Calma. Where is David? Where is David B? Italiano, prego. Allora, ti rispondo. Non lo so. Ovviamente che non lo so. Leggo i giornali come te, però non lo so, non ho certezze. Dopo parleremo in inglese di Conte, delle parole di De Laurentiis, però non lo so e non posso risponderti adesso. Penso di sì, però l'incontro deve ancora... L'incontro con De Laurentiis deve ancora arrivare. Penso che lo faranno, non penso domani, perché domani incontrano il Papa, dunque mercoledì forse l'incontro, o domani dopo aver visitato, non lo so, dopo aver visto il Papa, questo non lo so. E dopo capiremo comunque se lascia il Napoli, però secondo me prima della fine del mondiale per club non penso che lo vedremo su una panchina. So I repeat, I translate what I just answered to David. If I know if Conte will be our coach, look, we will go towards the words of De Laurentiis in a second, because he spoke today. Important words. Looks like he will leave. They didn't meet the official last meeting yet, but we think that they already met, that they already spoke. It's just the final one. Or by miracle, because tomorrow they go and will meet in Roma. They will meet the Pope. A miracle can always happen. You never know in Vatican City that suddenly he wants to stay at Napoli. Could be, but if that miracle is not happening tomorrow, we should know that Antonio Conte will officially leave Napoli, but we will not know that he will come to Juve immediately, because Juventus will wait until after the World Cup to announce Antonio Conte, if it is Antonio Conte if they found an agreement on that one. So at the moment there is nothing official with Juve, even if some sources are telling you it's a done deal, it will come. At the moment, calma. I really don't want that you start buying the fake hair of Conte, that you start impersonating him, that you start watching again the season 2011, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, that you see these beautiful clips on internet with the first game against Parma. I don't want that you go to the videos of Colo 99 to watch the videos of Antonio Conte, like my son was doing today, watching the videos of Colo about Gyökeres, and watching his video, and then you will be disappointed. So no, because then you will be disappointed. If it's not with Colo, it's true. My son, he was watching, he was doing like that today. You watch your video, he said, Mamma mia, I want Gyökeres. I said, calma, he will not come to you. Probably he will not come to you. Attenzione, because these are the news why we are living, and then I will go to Brock. Attenzione, because that's the news that we want to know. Unfortunately, when I'm planning to have a schedule, when I put even a title during the mercato, we never speak about what we have in mind. Attenzione. Attenzione. Attenzione, that's a big one. Attenzione, that's really a big one. Attenzione, that's a big one. Are you ready? Who's ready? I want a maximum of comments here. I want the comments to fly, then I will read the message of Brock. Brock, don't leave. Attenzione. Esclusiva GJustjuve. I'm not trolling. I am not trolling. Bomba news. I need these kind of things here, guys. It's not normal that we don't have animated things here. You know, like, okay, these ones were great, but I need bomba. I need these kind of things fast. Who is a graphic designer that can help me with some PNG animated things? I just need bomba. I click instead of attenzione, like bomba. GJustjuve esclusiva. Are you ready? We go. 3, 2, 1. Antonio Conte ha comunicato al Napoli che andrà via durante la cena. Colo, you know El Chiringuito? I want that style of thing that I click, boom, exclude. I want that. I need these kind of things. I don't know what I need, like a bomba, attenzione, surprise, woo, these kind of things. That's it. We will make a summer, a crazy summer. Who is hating El Chiringuito? Abe, because you're from Barcelona, taha. Attenzione. I will translate. Antonio Conte communicated to Napoli that he will leave during the last dinner. Probably. I imagine. Oh, we are here. It's Mercato is crazy or not, guys? It is Mercato is crazy or not? So if it is Mercato is crazy, guys, we need to go crazy. And when I'm telling you crazy, calma. I will, of course, explain how it all went. Antonio Conte is always closer to Juventus. Then I will show you how the last dinner went. So Bear with me. Here we are writing history. Here we are writing history. Antonio Conte, closer and closer to Juventus. In the last minutes, we are speaking about minutes, guys, during the dinner with the team for the Scudetto won by Napoli, he communicated to the team his intention to leave. It is not a thunder. It's not a surprising news because the coach already had some troubles during the season with Aurelio De Laurentiis, especially during the goodbye of Kvisha Kvaratskhelia, never replaced as he should have been replaced. They replaced him with Okafor. The drop of water that made the cup of water go like that, I don't know how you say, la goccia d'acqua che ha fatto, la goutte d'eau qui a fait couler, I don't know how you say. The cherry on the cake, that the overflow, brava. I don't know how you say. There is a saying, the last drop of a situation that is absolutely not adapted to the coach. That in the last week didn't hold back in the attacks to the number one of Napoli. So, what are they telling here? The tipping point, bravo Mini. You don't write a lot, but when you write, you do well. So what happened during that last dinner? Antonio Conte is there with the team. He's happy, he's smiling. At a certain moment, he says, ragazzi, I need to speak. Congratulations to everyone. We won the Scudetto. We did a miracle. I did a miracle because, honestly, look at you. I mean, who would have thought? Nobody. Not even yourself. You finished 10th last season. Look at you guys. I did a miracle with you. I did a miracle. And miracle, they happen once. They cannot happen twice. I don't believe in you. I believe in myself because I am a serial winner. But look at you guys. So we did the max that we could. We did the max that we could with you guys. And now it's time for me to leave. Now it's time for me to leave. I will leave Napoli. And then he stands up. He goes to Aurelio De Laurentiis. Aurelio is watching him. Antonio, don't go to Juve. You go wherever you want, but please, don't go to Juve. Don't go to Juve. Where he says, Aurelio, don't worry. And he gives him a kiss. He gives him a kiss like this. And then he leaves. You know what happens, huh? 2025 years ago. No, a bit later. 2017 years ago. You know what happened, huh? He gives a kiss to Aurelio, stands up and he leaves. No, but that's the situation, guys. That's the situation. Le bisou de Judas. Judas kiss. You know it, huh? He said, no, I will not go to Juve. And he leaves. No, but guys, it's not a surprise for the players of Napoli. They are not saying here in the article that he will go to Juve. That's not what he's saying. Now, if we go back to something else that is also equally important, and that has been, and we will speak about Lukaku, guys, and I will make a poll about Lukaku. I will make a poll, and we will see the results. But during the party, before De Laurentiis leaving, he was speaking to the fans of Napoli, and he said, Guys, I need to leave because tomorrow we go and we will meet the Pope, and it's already 4 days that we are celebrating. I wish everyone here to continue to win, to continue to have a beautiful party, and I wish Antonio to continue to have success in his professional life, because it's a man that deserves respect. Grazie, Antonio. Guys, he didn't say with us, he didn't say at Napoli. If you see the face of Antonio Conte while De Laurentiis is saying these words, I saw the video of it. I need to find it back. The video. Here. Wait. So that's the moment where, from our friend from Poland, they put the video. So that's the moment that he's speaking in front of the supporters of Napoli, and then he's looking at Antonio Conte, where he's saying, "I wish him the best success wherever he goes." Oh no, he didn't say wherever he goes. He said, "I wish him the best of success in his professional life," and then he looks at Antonio Conte that said, look at the face of Antonio. He's like, yeah, I don't care. He's watching him, he's ready to give him the kiss. Look at that face, look at these eyes. Attenzione. He said, yeah, thank you. Can we finish now this blah 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 blah, because I'm already thinking about the lineup against Union Saint-Gilloise in Champions League. Juve against Union Saint-Gilloise. This is what he's looking at. Look, he's like, hey, die. Can we stop with these parties, because now it's time to move. Yeah, but see, guys, a video without sound like that, it says more than 1,000 words. Look, the guy is speaking. Speaking well about Antonio Conte. It's like I had one ex like that. She was really crazy in love with me, which is understandable, of course. And at a certain moment, she said, like, I hope we will be forever together. I knew that I was already thinking about someone else. And I said, like, I didn't answer. I was looking like Antonio Conte. So, guys, if you have a bit of experience in life, you know these situations when someone is overpraising you and then you said, voila. Wait, because we are speaking here, but we didn't answer the question of Brock. Brock, thank you for the donation, my friend. Wondering when will they announce the second and the third kit? I would really want to get a second. Any news? PS, I completely forgot Kelly for the defense. No, I didn't, because I was speaking about the right side of the defense. I didn't speak about the left side of the defense, because otherwise I need to add Cabal, I need to add Kelly, no, it was not, I didn't omit to speak about Kelly. Speaking about the second kit will be announced, if I'm not wrong, the 17th. If I'm not wrong, 17th of June, or the 13th. 13th or 17th, I don't know, I have a memory problem now. So put the two dates, 13th or 17th. But one of the two. I think the 13th. I have a doubt here. So that's the second kit, and then the third one will follow later. Did I say the 13th? Yeah, then it's the 13th. I messed up. I don't know why I said this 17. Now but it's one or the other. So Brock. So wait a bit and then you will go. I think there will be enough second kits, so you don't need to rush. The third one, if you want the third one, fast, because it's from a really, really, really beauty. It will be sold out again extremely fast. Before the cup. Which cup? At the 13th, there is no game. Huh? So we play, the first game is the 18th. So we leave La Continassa the 14th, so the day before we leave, we'll announce. The third. I don't know. As long as you don't play with it, you are not obliged to present it. Officially, I mean. So, voila. I'm happy when I can help people. Now, where were we? I went totally, I forgot. Important. Speaking about Club World, at least we speak about it so that we can go through. I didn't expect 400 people, guys. I was thinking it would be between a small committee, a small family here speaking about this and that. But let's speak about Igor Tudor. Igor Tudor, we know what happened. I will repeat for the people that do not know. Yesterday, before the game, Giuntoli says, we will go with Igor Tudor to the World Cup. After the World Cup, we decide about the future of the coach after the World Cup. We win the game, we qualify to Champions League. Tudor is emotional, he has the tears in his eyes, saying goodbye to the supporters, goes in front of those microphones, says, my future being known after the World Cup? No, he says, my future will be known before the Club World Cup. Would not be serious for a departing coach to go with the guys in USA, because it makes totally no sense. Would be a lack of respect for me, for everyone, for the club, for the players, for everyone. Basta. What do we hear there? That there is a real huge confusion between Giuntoli that is saying A, Tudor that is saying B. Like we already had with Thiago Motta that is saying A. Locatelli at the 5 minutes later is saying B. So you see, Wahid. Oh, not here. Wahid. No. Or there are supporters from Barcelona, from Real Madrid, from other clubs that are here. Everyone is welcome. We have a lot of obsessed Inter fans as well that, I don't know, they are watching more Beppe content than their own club. Everyone is welcome as long as we are respectful towards each other. So Wahid, calm, otherwise, okay? Bravo. Okay, that being said, no, Interisti are welcome. Why not? That being said, you see that there is a problem of communication, and communication has been one of the huge problems of this Juventus. What I didn't appreciate were the words of Giuntoli that says, we have a clear plan in mind, okay? If you have a clear plan in mind, you're not obliged to tell us what is the plan. If you 100% know that Tudor will not be the coach, and that he knows already that he will not be the coach for next season, 25-26, you're not obliged to tell us. But then you make sure that before the game, you have a contact with him, with everyone from the team, in saying, whatever happens tonight, that we qualify to Champions League, that we don't qualify to Champions League, that we are in Europa League, in Conference League, we don't speak about the future. We don't speak about the future today. On Tuesday, if some people, they want to speak, they want to say, we have a meeting in La Continassa, we speak about it all together, and we solve it between us. Now we think about that game. After that one, at the microphones, we speak about the game. Giuntoli should have said, look guys, we are focused on the game of today. That will say a lot about the future before the game. He would not have come at the microphones after the game. So it was enough to say we are focusing on the game of today. That will tell a lot. We have a contract with Igor Tudor that in case of fourth spot is automatically renewed. We go with him at the Club World Cup, and then we will see. Could have said that. We have a clear plan in mind, and that's it. And that would have been much more than enough. Igor Tudor should have said after the game, look guys, what about my future? Look, I will speak with the club, because my first mission, that was bring back Juventus in Champions League, has been accomplished, and now we will see. Basta. So I think that both of them, they are wrong in going audio and saying two different versions there. What happened is that this morning, Giuntoli had a... What a picture. I need to save that. Attenzione. That was a really beautiful one from Serraz. What a picture. Attenzione. You're really funny. Really, really funny. I look like Conte. What I was saying, guys, that this morning, you see, they had a meeting. And the agent of Antonio Conte, after that meeting, comes and he speaks. What did he say this morning? He said, Anthony Seric, the agent of Tudor, to Sky Sport, he said, yesterday was an outburst, and it was dictated by the tension for the objective achieved not without difficulty, but in a climate of great serenity within the club. Igor has an excellent relationship with Giuntoli and has all the members of the club. After the hot interviews, then he and Cristiano spoke, and Igor will respect the commitment made to lead Juve to the Club World Cup, and he will not rush the club in any way on the future choice because he clearly hopes to still be the coach of next season of Juve and will respect the timing of the choice. What do I hear here? Because we need to read between the lines, guys. What do I hear here? Maybe I'm wrong, guys, but when I interpret reading between the lines, I hear one thing. I hear that Igor Tudor, he wants clarity. He wants to know his future. Also because there are already clubs that are calling him. I can guarantee you that. And I also read something else. I hear Igor Tudor that is saying, I will not resign. Because in the contract now, automatically is the coach. At the moment, he is officially the coach for 25-26. So the only way for Tudor to not go to the Club World Cup, because the club says you need to go, is to dismiss, to resign, to give a resignation letter. What I read here is Tudor yesterday was pissed off because he wanted clarity. He wanted to say, oh guys, it would not be a great idea to send me. If you know that I will not be the coach, I deserve more respect than that. Tell me before. You are not the coach, and that's great. I did my mission. We knew that it could have been an option. We shake hands and we split roles. That's what I hear. On the other side, what do we see? He said, but I will not dismiss myself. I will not resign. So if you want to kick me out, do it yourself. Is that the ideal situation to go to the Club World Cup? I don't know. Why is Juventus doing that? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. On that one, I don't have the inside information. But what I can tell you is I think that they probably have a kind of verbal agreement, not definitive, but kind of verbal agreement with Antonio Conte that doesn't want to go to the Club World Cup because he says, guys, I just finished the year. I have no time to immediately start. The impact that I will have at the Club World Cup in a few days will not be enough. And I will probably lose the strategy of how I want to start with that team. Before going publicly out with some games, critics of this and that, I don't want. So leave me alone. We have an agreement. I come on the 1st of July. Or I come after the tournament at the Club World Cup. So without Antonio Conte that doesn't want to start, and logically I understand that because according to him it's still 24-25. It's not 25-26. If he's not there, if Tudor doesn't want to go, who do we send? You will tell me, send Brambilla, the coach of the youth academy. Yeah? But guys, a club like Juventus Football Club that is sending the coach of the next gen to the Club World Cup will probably is not, in terms of image, it's not ideal. Okay? It's not ideal at all. So that's probably trying to think logically without sources. It's my opinion, thinking source. That's what I think is why Juventus wants Tudor to be there. The coach that had an impact, that qualified them, that has a contract with Juve, already having their agreement for the next season to have Antonio Conte. That's what I am thinking. If I think a bit logically, but I can be wrong, of course. Does it make sense, my reconstruction of what I think happened there with everything? And in the meanwhile that you are answering me, let me wish a fantastic, happy, beautiful birthday to the one that is being 1 year younger today, turning 40, Andrea Santucci. Happy birthday to you, my friend. Really, really happy birthday. 40 is a beautiful year. I'm 43. Look at how happy I am in my life. It's great. 40 is nice. 40 is really nice. So happy birthday. I wish you the best with your dear ones, family, friends, with everyone. So happy birthday. I wish you the best, Andrea, and I hope that next year we are here celebrating a Scudetto. Jim, he said happy birthday, and then he said, oh, we need to give an answer to Beppe. It makes sense. Limo, it's disrespectful to Tudor if the plan was Conte all this time. We need to finally get this project going. Conte for the Club World Cup would have set us for the season. Look, I tell you, yesterday I wanted Conte to come if it's Conte. I always use the word if, guys, huh? Because there is only 3 things certain in life. What are the 3 things that are certain in life? Write it in the chat. What are the 3 things? Let's see who will write them down. Only 3 things are certain in life. What are the 3 things? Taxes, bravo. That's 1. The second, debt. And 3, the yellow of Bentancur. Taxes, debt, and the yellow of Bentancur. These are the 3 things that are certain in life. Except of that, we don't know. So always if. But I was also for let Conte go to the Club World Cup so that he can already start. Rugani, do I want him to stay or not? Adzic, is he ready for a season? First team? Or should we loan him out? Kostic, can I do something with him? Or need Douglas Luiz? Can we by miracle recuperate a player that was great in Premier League? I coached 2 teams in Premier League. I know how they play. I know how they think there. Maybe I can do something with him. What about Koopman? You know, that was my opinion until yesterday. This morning I started to think a bit deeper. And I said, from a point of view of Conte, I understand it. Because he's a coach that is a maniac. He's looking at every single detail. He will plan. He will ask ChatGPT to help him for his entrée as a Conte 2.0 at Juve. Of course, there are no players that were coached by him, right? They are all gone, right? Yeah. Is there any player that was coached by him at Juventus? No. No, it was never offside because there was no VAR. Pinsoglio, was he already there? I don't know if he was there with the... Let me check. I don't think so. Carlo Pinsoglio... you see, he was with the youth and on the bench, but he never played. 2008, 2009, 2010, but he never played. Then he left before coming back in 17, 18. So Pinsoglio was not there. No. And the last player was Bonucci indeed. So no. So nobody. So he can use the same strategy, but don't forget 2011, 2012 is a different story that now in 25, 26. It's a long time ago. Huh? So Rugani, it's a good one. Could be the last year. Attenzione. No. Rugani was there with the youth in 12-13, so Conte saw him, yes. He called him up for 5 friendlies, but he didn't play He was not really. It was not a first team player. It was a youth academy player that was there for 5 friendlies. But no, look, he was called up for Aigreville, Juventus, so he did a retiro in 2012. Hertha Berlino, Juve Malaga, August, Juve against Juve Primavera, and then the Trofeo Berlusconi was with the team. He entered at the 89th minute. Then he left. So he did one summer retiro as a really young Rugani with Antonio Conte, but then he didn't play the season. Then he left, and he came back in 15. So he didn't really. Yeah, maybe we can say Rugani could be one that saw him acting in the locker room in year 2, not year 1. It was a really good one. Good catch. Even if it's not the same, super young Rugani, but yeah, we can count him if we want. But the strategy, the technique, so he needs to really prepare it. And he says, if I go immediately there, when will it be? Next week. On Monday the 2nd. So immediately, on Monday the 2nd, he will actually do like a bandwagon. It's a train that is already going. The train of 24-25 is already going on the rails. But the rails are absolutely not stable. They are shaking. These rails are shaking. We know it, huh? They are shaking like that. He says, if I just join now and I go in onto that bandwagon, I will not be able to be the conductor. I will not be able to fix the rails. Because to fix the rails, we need to stop the train. We need to ask the train to stop, to park. I fix the rails, and then we can start again. I can lead. I can conduct the train. And then we go. If I come now, the train will never be stopping. It will continue on these shaky disaster rails. I will come with a bandwagon. I will try to go up to lead it, and it will be shaky. I don't want to miss that opportunity to park the train for a second. This is the mentality of Conte right now. I understand it. Because from the moment that you take the lead and the shaky, you can crash. He doesn't want to burn an opportunity. So I can understand. I can really understand. The poll is okay, as easy as that. If Conte asks Lukaku, make him happy, no Lukaku, no Conte. So it means that if he really wants Lukaku, no to Conte. So if he asks Lukaku, make him happy, or no. I would love to take Conte back, but if he comes with Lukaku, no. Vote now in the chat while I'm reading the messages of our friends here. Rajvir, Beppe, would you want a star for Tudor on in the Walk of Fame at the stadium for all he has done for us? Yeah. Yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I think I mentioned it yesterday at a certain moment or today in the video. I don't know because I'm speaking so much or on Juventus, but I mentioned the same thing. I think he deserves Tudor that made us win a Coppa Italia when he was with Pirlo because he was the one that was directing that game. I will never forget that. One. Two, Tudor that was there when we already experienced the last day qualification in Champions League with the goal of Faraoni. Do you remember? So, and then coming without guarantees on the future, fulfilling his mission. Yeah. I would create a 51 stars, an extra star. Good question. Yusuf, thank you for the donation. Logically, should we continue with Tudor specifically for the green time attacking tactics? He only needs to work on the subs and the timing of subs. I think it's extremely difficult to judge the work of Igor Tudor because there is a pre-Parma, there is a post-Parma, where he arrives with a fantastic, beautiful intentions, way of playing, identity that he wants to implement extremely fast, and that we start seeing in the first games. And then he sees Parma. And that's where he understands, I cannot continue the way that I want to go. Also because on top of that, he has more injuries per game and red cards per game than players that are fit every single game. He had to change the defense. So it's really difficult to judge Tudor on these ones. Then the first game, can you really judge him on the subs? He really wanted to work with a core of players that he trusted the most. I will not say trust, but trusted the most on. And these were the players. Because he enters in a really delicate situation. So I would not judge Tudor on timing on subs. Because in a lot of games when you were turning around and you were looking who was on the bench, it was already difficult to find 11 starters. So imagine looking on the bench and finding solutions there. But guys, if you listen to the words of the agent, if you listen to Tudor, if you listen to Juventus, if you listen to the voices, it's over for Tudor. He knows. You know. I know. We all know. And it's a pity. Eh? I think that without the Thiago Motta experience, Tudor anticipating in 1 year. You know when Allegri left. If Tudor came in at that time, he was at Lazio. Was it Lazio? Or I don't remember. But if he came in there and he did the entire season, now I think that he would probably have had more chances to continue with Juve. After the Thiago Motta, I tell you, certainties are needed. And Antonio Conte, I tell you, is a coach. Now, tell me the truth in the comment section. Tell me the truth in the comment section. And with all the, it's not disrespecting Tudor that I really appreciate, I really love, and I would have loved that he continued. But tell me the truth. If you present yourself at day one of Serie A with Tudor or with Conte, be honest. You like or you don't like Conte, we don't care. But the message that you're sending to the entire Serie A, is it different or not? Is it different or not? If you present yourself, then things can go fantastically well, can go in a disaster way. You never know. But if you present yourself with Antonio Conte, it's a different message that you're sending. You're sending the message, we are here because we want to try to win. And we want to do it now. We don't have time.
If you want the truth, I tell you the truth.
Francisco Panita, I feel sorry for Igor. Me too. Me too. But he knew that it was a big possibility. he knew, guys, before signing, he knew. Because if a club, they say, you come and you finish the season, it's one thing. If the club says, if you qualify to Champions League, you receive a contract extension, it's another thing. If the club says, if you qualify to Champions League, we give you a contract extension, but if we pay a fine, we can still say that we stop the contract. Guys, you know, then up to you to accept or not accept. He knew. And the words of yesterday were clear. He knows already. Guys, he's reading the papers like you, like me. He's watching the channel like you, like me. Lorenzo, thank you, my friend. I love and respect Tudor for what he did for us, but we must go with Conte. If he's available, we cannot gamble on a Tudor in this moment. I agree. In this particular moment, Antonio Conte is the name that Juventus need. In this particular moment. And it can go wrong, huh? In 1 year, don't tell me, Pepe, you didn't want Tudor, you wanted Conte after. I tell you, it can go wrong. Everything can go wrong. Look at last year. We were about to open this fantastic, beautiful project with Thiago Motta. I was sure that we would have seen something different. But looks like Juve, every time that they tried a new project, they give up because they are scared. So they go to something that they know. And what do they know? Antonio Conte. And you know what? Antonio Conte knows them. Antonio Conte knows better Juve than some people that are at Juve at the moment. Then, when people are saying Tudor is not a gamble, Tudor, again, I don't want to look disrespectful for one that I said will have zero things that I will blame him. That he qualifies or not. That even if he loses 9 games on 9, I will not blame him. I will be eternally grateful. Statue of Igor Tudor. Star around the stadium for me. What is missing to Tudor is one thing. Is taking a project from day one and being able to carry it for 2 seasons, 3 seasons. This is the big problem of Tudor in terms of did we see it or didn't we see it? And I don't think it's against Tudor. Huh? I just think that at a certain moment someone said that Juve, guys, we made a huge mistake in going for Thiago Motta while Antonio Conte was free on the market. We didn't do it. We have the opportunity to take Conte because he's free today, and we must jump on it because if you don't have Conte on your side, you will have him against you. Because I can tell you that if he doesn't come to Juve, he will go to Milan. Then it's with Milan that will win the Scudetto, or we have a lot of chances to win the Scudetto. A Milan without any European competition, playing 1 game a week with, you like them, you don't like them, they have qualities in the team. Huh? They have qualities in the team. So with 2-3 transfers, Lukaku here, there. That's the thing. I will close the nonsense poll. If Conte asked Lukaku yes or no, 56% of the people said yes, make him happy. 43% said no, no Lukaku, no Conte. So it's a beautiful, it was a beautiful poll, huh? Really beautiful poll. Okay. What else do you want to speak about? Let me check. A strange tweet. Ma. Let me dribble some strange tweets. I received mentioned both strange. Let me check. No, I try to see if there are some news. Wait, huh? De Laurentiis that spoke. No. Is there another question before we close? I told you, a small short life. To the 442 people, prepare yourselves, guys. It will be totally crazy. Summer is crazy. Mercato is crazy. Yeah, because guys, if there is nothing anymore to say, we close. Kevin De Bruyne and Lukaku together at Napoli, but what coach? I don't know. Beppe, who do you think will be our first sale this summer? First. Fagioli. The money needs to come in, and then Fagioli. Douglas Luiz, I think Douglas Luiz will leave, but not sure in terms of chronology. It depends. Unfortunately, I tell you one fear I have. That's a beautiful closure. It's a fear. Hopefully they will contradict me. My fear is that we consider the Club World Cup as an annoying tournament in the situation that we are in. I'm not speaking about the fans. I'm speaking about who is leading Juve. That it's more something annoying because we cannot plan, because we have not the player that we want. And that we will not take it seriously. That we will go there, we will do the strict minimum, it will be una gita scolastica, like a scholarship vacation. I hope I'm wrong. But that's what I said today also in Italian on Juventus. I said that's my biggest fear. I'm scared that we will... Because Real Madrid, they already signed Huijsen and they already signed the deal with Bournemouth to have him immediately. Today they announced Xabi Alonso. They go serious on that tournament, guys. Huh? They go serious on that tournament. They said that we won 0 cup, we want to win it. There will be clubs that will really take it seriously. And it will be really a pain that Juventus is not taking really seriously. Also because it's a competition that will be played every 4 years. Also because it's a really big opportunity to cash in. Because more you go, more you win money. Big money that we missed because of Coppa Italia, because we will not play the Supercoppa, because we didn't go through the round of Champions League, that we were eliminated against PSV. So I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. But I hope we don't commit the mistake of... Then I'm not saying that if we play at full power that we will win it, that we have chances to win it. That's not what I'm saying. But we need to go there in playing it as a serious tournament. And if we need a striker, that we have a striker that wants to go for it. If we need a left back, that we go for a left back that wants to go for it. Clarity. I don't want that we are just waiting for the end of the Club World Cup. In the meanwhile, we are already preparing the summer mercato, because what does that mean? That if you prepare the summer mercato when you are in USA, first of all, you will be far away. Maybe you can meet some other teams that are participating there. But the players that are involved, they know that Cambiaso, for example. No, if Cambiaso needs to leave, you need to tell him. and then you don't need to play him at the Club World Cup. Or you have an agreement with him that if he leaves, okay, that's after the tournament, but we want the best at the tournament. That's something else. Clarity. I have one wish. The wish that what yesterday Cristiano Ronaldo said at microphones, we have a clear ideas. We don't need to know its supporters, but at least that Juventus, that these clear ideas have been shared with them and told so that everyone is aware. Tudor needs to know, the new coach needs to know, the players need to know. The old ones, the new ones. That's what I think. Oh, there is a message from Big Smoke, the last one. What is your dream mercato? Is it okay to be very honest and what... It is okay to be very honest and what is the dream mercato? With all the respect, Big Smoke, it's not that I don't want to answer, but... dream mercato is really difficult to answer. I know that I started and the season ended, and I know it because I start to receive a lot of lineups, formations, ideal dream things in the mailbox, in the DMs, and I know when the season is over, when the winter is coming, I always know, attention, it's time for these kinds of messages. But to me, it makes no sense. Now I know that we play Champions League. But I don't know what will happen with Cambiaso. I don't know if someone will really sign Dusan Vlahovic. I don't know if Gyökeres really wants to come to Juve or is just an interest. I really don't know. So making a fantasy transfer mercato makes no sense, according to me. And honestly, I really don't care about the name. If you tell me Lukaku comes to Juve and is functional to the idea of the new coach, I'm happy with Lukaku. If you tell me that Cambiaso stays super motivated, I'm happy with Cambiaso. If you tell me that Douglas Luiz will totally be changed because I'm happy with Douglas. I really don't care about names. Really. I really don't care. Seriously, I really don't care. No, I know it's for fun, but I cannot do that. I cannot entertain you with... guys, I'm not Peter Pan, Guys, if you want to be entertained, watch Peter Pan, because they live in a fantasy world. Guys, I have no fantasy for Calcio Mercato. Tomorrow you will see me all dressed in green with a petit chapeau, clochette that will be here, tinky winky, and we'll go with the fantasy world, and we will eat imaginary cake. What do you want me to say? I cannot do these kind of things. With all the... I would love to, but... Beppe Pen. Just pen. Good question from Colo. No, I don't think, I really don't think that Kelly was the tipping point. I really don't think that Kelly was the tipping point. If, always if, I really don't think that was the problem. Yeah, of course. It's problematic for what you paid and so on, but that's not the main reason. If is the management of the Juve situation, because you are chief of football. Guys, Danilo leaves captain of Juve in the winter. He doesn't speak well. Rabiot doesn't want to stay with Giuntoli. Doesn't want to stay, and he leaves. That you like or that you don't like, Max Allegri was about to kick him in the face after the Coppa Italia. Thiago Motta he was left alone after they didn't get along together. You have the Mercato, you have a Huijsen situation, you have a Kelly that comes on the 3rd of February that you are overpaying. It's a lot, but I think that the biggest one would be the management of the day-to-day activities. I think because mercato, guys, at the end. Sometimes it goes well, sometimes it goes bad, sometimes you have a bit of luck, sometimes bad luck, sometimes you have an injury, sometimes you have a coach that is able to let them perform. You know, there are so many variants and variables. If I think that's, but no, it's not Kelly. It's not Kelly. That being said, with all the respect for Kelly, it was not a good signing for timing, for money, for the deal, because you go with a lot of loans and then you have a player permanently that you overpaid. That's the reality. Nini Baranto, that's what Conte have to be there. That's why Conte have to be there in the Club World Cup first challenge in the season. The club will benefit by having coach done before Club World Cup. Yeah, but I don't know if you just joined or not. I just explained that, you know, the example with the train that was on shaky rails. So if you didn't, go back a bit and you will find it, Ninip. Then I agree, having Conte immediately has an impact could give you a lot of benefits more. But I think that you will lose in the long term more that you will benefit in the short term. Snowman or Snowmane, is Tudor our best realistic option for next year's? No, the best realistic option is Antonio Conte at the moment. But I tell you, if I promise you, if they don't bring me Conte and we don't continue with Tudor, don't come here with Pioli or Mancini, because I don't want to be in the situation where I will be obliged to support them. Because at the end, I will support them because I said it. Whoever sits on the bench of Juve, I will wish them the best. Because if they do well, we Juventini will benefit from it. But I don't want today. I'm really against Pioli or Mancini. At today, I am against Pioli or Mancini. I am against. It's a nightmare for me. It's really a nightmare. Mancini or Pioli. A nightmare. Mancini is a nightmare. Juventini that want Mancini, they don't understand the history of Juve. They don't know what happened in 2006. Or they are shameless. They don't care that Mancini was lifting that fake Scudetto, and that in the court and the allegations towards Juventus not winning in a fair way. And on top of that, he's a coach that is not even coaching a club since 8 years. That left La Nazionale Italiana to win a lot of money. That didn't qualify to the World Cup. Who's Sam? No, this thing, no. Don't mention this. They are not beautiful. Even for jokes, that's not beautiful. Oh putain. Looks like we are not closing immediately. Looks like we are not closing immediately. Uh-oh. That's a big one. No, because I was working on it under the radar. And the news came out from Sky Sport. I will not let you wait any longer. the next 48, 72 hours decisive to define the position also of Giuntoli. Also of Giuntoli. While Juventus is evaluating profiles like the ex-sporting director of Milan, Frederic Massara, and the actual president of Toulouse, Damien Comolli, that could enter the club as the CEO. So here they are speaking about positions. Wait. No, it's not about old or news. It's about the confirmation from Sky Sport. When Sky Sport confirm, you know that what I'm telling you, because if you're looking at my video, guys, if you're looking at the video that I posted, when did I post that video? I posted a video already here. When was it? It was on the 8th of May. It's like 20 days ago. So 20 days ago, I told you, pay attention for the next steps. And I spoke about Massara. I spoke about Cristiano Giuntoli risking. A lot of confirmation everywhere. No, he will stay, he will stay, he will stay, he will stay. He will stay. No. He's working on the transfer market. He's working about this. He's working at that. Pay attention, because now Sky Sport is reporting that in the 48, 72 hours, that means in 2 days, 3 days max, decisive to define the position of Cristiano Giuntoli, also the position of Cristiano Giuntoli, not only Cristiano Giuntoli, because they are also thinking about someone else for another role, so not only Frederic Massara or Tognozzi, that they are not mentioning, but I want to add the name of Tognozzi, but also they are looking at the name Damien Comolli as a CEO. Who is at the moment the CEO of Juve? It is Maurizio Scanavino, that has been taken from Jerry to concentrate on Juve 100%. Scanavino that confirmed 100% Giuntoli a few days ago. Do you remember? Giuntoli that was feeling 100% sure to stay at Juve, because Scanavino, that is the CEO of Juve, his boss, was confirming him. That's why he was moving, he was doing Mercato, Osimhen, Tonali, looking for these kind of names to prepare. And now Sky Sport is confirming that, attenzione, because a lot of things could change in the next 3 days. If you watch the video of this morning, I said it, don't go on holiday, don't take any break from the channel, because this week a lot of things can happen, and looks like they are happening. Pay attention, because you will tell me, Beppe, I already studied Damien Comolli, that is born in 71. Guys, you see? I'm not on Wikipedia. I'm just telling you from what I already started to study. Started as a youth academy coach from Monaco. Then started the sporting director, PAF, Arsenal. Known for Clichy, for a few French players that he took at Arsenal. He became president of Toulouse in 2020. We'll go towards his CV later. If you see the pictures, guys, he's a Frenchman, Damien Comolli. It's really the face of someone that could possibly really work at Juve. Look, I show you. Damien, look at the face. Comolli. Guys, look at the face. This is really Juve face. This looks like just the face, huh? Am I wrong or not? Without knowing the CV, the curriculum, the experience, he briefs like he's a Juve man. French. This looks Juve. So if you want to know about his CV, guys, so born in 71, like I told you, in Béziers, in France. He's president at the moment. That experience as a president gave him also in the last 5 years a 360-degree overview of how to manage a club. He started, I told you, as a youth academy coach from Monaco. He went as a sporting director at Arsenal. Can we have a small resume? He worked at Liverpool. Here. So, coach Monaco Academy, so the youth. Then he went scout at Arsenal. Sporting director at Saint-Etienne. Football director, Tottenham. Saint-Etienne again, this time as a sporting director again from 2008-2010. He went to Liverpool. He went then to Fenerbahce. And he went now, the last 5 years, as a president at Toulouse. So he already worked with Ligue 1, with different clubs. He worked with youth. He worked as a scout in Premier League. He worked as a sporting director in Premier League at Liverpool, at Tottenham, at Arsenal. He worked in Turkey. Super important experience as well. But he will not come as a sporting director. So he will not do Mercato. But he will be, if he comes, pay attention, because Sky Sport is confirming that Juventus is monitoring the situation. If he comes, he's not sporting director. He's not replacing Giuntoli. He should replace a CEO like attenzione. Everything that I told you is about to happen. Mamma mia, I wanted to go to sleep. I wanted to go to bed. Call your friends, call your Juventini, send messages everywhere, because here it's about to happen. It's about to happen. Guys. Look at the picture. Did you see the picture? Look at the title. Not only Conte, Elkan ready to change Juventus. Mamma mia. Esclusiva. Not only Conte, Elkan ready to change Juventus. Elkan ready to change Juventus. If there are some people in the chat that were alert the last days, I said one thing in one of my videos, in multiple videos about John Elkan. What was the word that I told you that he said when he was fed up with all the situation? An Italian word. What did he say? For people that have a good memory and that watch my video, what was the word that I said in my video? What did he say, John Elkan, at a certain moment when it was too much is too much? What did he say in Italian? No, he didn't say stronzo. It starts with a B. No, he didn't say vergogna. That's not the language of John Elkan. Bravo, Ninib. Mamma mia, luckily there is one that is watching my videos. Ninib and also Red Froz. And Robin Banks. He said basta. The day that he went to La Continassa. Do you remember the day that he went to La Continassa? And he said, stop, basta. Thiago Motta is putting it. No, put him out. How much? How much he cost? 15. Here, 15. Out. Take Tudor. Up, contract. We go. I will take care. Scannavino, basta here. Jedi a bit here, Deer a bit there. Go 100% here. I want to know, I want to see the situation. Let's see. Basta. If we don't qualify to Champions League, I take ownership of it. I take the ownership, the accountability for it, because I have chosen. I didn't choose. I agreed on Cristiano Giuntoli. I let him do for Thiago Motta. If we don't qualify, no worries, guys. I open the wallet. 110 on top, no problem, basta. I don't want to be the only one from the family that people, the Juventini, are not respecting because they think that I'm only a wallet. I am not only a wallet. I will take big decisions now, okay? And I will change. And I made a video about that. But the problem is that people, they were not watching the videos. They are not listening to the messages I tell them. They are not listening because now Sky Sport is telling us how much? 20 days later? Here, Elkan is ready to change Juventus. Tudor will go to the World Cup. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. Ready to go to the World Cup. Wait. Before I see Tudor going on the plane on the 14th, I'm not sure. Tudor will go to the World Cup for club. But according to the latest news that we were able to, 20 days later, to have in our team, he will not be the one that will lead the team next season. The first objective is and remains Conte. They will do an attempt before the end of this week, doing an attempt to sign him, not to announce him as the coach, but to at least have him. Attenzione. Of course, before that, there should be a communication to Napoli. As long as Napoli doesn't communicate officially that it's not the coach anymore, Juventus is obliged to go first to Napoli. Okay, that's what they are telling us. But also for the black and white management, there are still at the moment no definitive choices. The next hours will be decisive also to define the position of Cristiano Giuntoli. You want to know? Keep it for you. It's a secret. Don't share it with the world. There was already a call from Manchester United for Cristiano Giuntoli. But keep it for you. Don't say it to anybody. Let's see. Wait. Igor Tudor will go to the Club World Cup. This has been clarified today after the words of yesterday, after the win of Venezia. We already spoke about that. But with all probabilities, according to what we got as information, he will not be the coach next season. The first objective is and remain Antonio Conte. They will do... we already spoke about that. They are just repeating. Okay, let's continue. They will communicate with Napoli if it's still not official that he leaves. Only if they are not succeeding to sign Antonio Conte, Tudor could potentially have chances to stay at Juve next season. So only if they are not able to sign Conte. In the meanwhile, the decision of Conte has not been taken yet. Not in a way, not in the other. Even if the decision of the coach looks more and more clear after the win of the Scudetto. There will not be a disaster break between him and De Laurentiis. Whatever, we don't care. Okay, but I don't care about these news. We already know about that. Only Giorgio Chiellini is certain of his future of Juventus. Pay attention, only Giorgio Chiellini is certain of his future at Juventus Football Club. The point now is, what Juventus will Antonio Conte find? Because this was influence and not a bit, but a lot, his choices. Because the missing piece at La Continassa is not only the coach. There are big movements at the inside of the club at the moment and some secret movements inside the club. John Elkann took the dossier Juve in his own hands, and in a few days the first decision will be said. Going with names in this moment is a bit too early because, like in the case of Conte, also for the management some definitive decision needs to be taken. In this moment, only Giorgio Chiellini is sure about his future at Juventus in a role that will be bigger than what he has at the moment. For all the other roles at Juventus at the moment, reflections are ongoing with the actual football director, chief of football Cristiano Ronaldo included. In the next 48, 72 hours, they will be decisive to define his position. In the meanwhile, they are evaluating profiles for sporting director like the ex of Milan, Frederic Massara, that I tell you, after 1 year stopped with Rennes, is free. It's free. And also the actual president of Toulouse, Damien Comolli, that we just went through his profile, that would go and look at the position of CEO, the one of Scannavino. Anticipating today the decisions of the owner, John Elkann, is impossible. It will only be guesses, and we don't know if these will happen. Anyway, it looks more than possible that the deep change in the club will anticipate the one on the bench. Okay. Now I can tell you, finally, because this article confirms what we are telling you here since 20 days. Now I can tell you why I have not been excited about Osimhen, Tonali, Gyökeres, and whatever other name that you want to look to think about Juve. For what reason? Because all these names, but I said it already on the videos, all these names are right, are correct today. Will they be correct tomorrow? I don't know. I'm convinced that Giuntoli is working in all these names, but if Giuntoli is not there anymore, there will be someone else. Massara, maybe, with Damien Comolli, with Giorgio Chiellini. Then I will just add something. Starting with the CEO that is coming from a club that is called Toulouse. I don't know if John Elkann is superstitious. I am a bit more superstitious than him. I'm not sure if it's the best strategic way to start with someone that is coming from a club that is called Toulouse. Everyone, no, just saying, guys. No. Jokes aside, we are speaking about Bomba. Guys, this is Bomba. This is Bomba. No, but guys, I make 24 hours content. Guys, no, he's a player from Fiorentina. We said it this morning, we said it this afternoon, we said it this evening. He's not. We said it yesterday in 6 hours live. He is a Fiorentina player. So I don't know. But stop! Dybala is the past. It's not the joy anymore. It's the sadness. It's the past. Forget about Dybala. Forget about Chiesa. Forget about Fagioli. It's gone. Think about the future. Think about Lukaku if you want. Don't think about Dybala. Don't think about... It's gone. It's over. C'est fini. Guys, it's a reality. Basta. Basta. We are in 2025. Dybala is not a player anymore from Juve since 2018. Stop. Stop. We cannot continue like that. You will make me crazy every day with Dybala. 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 It's over. Mamma mia. I saw the GOAT of Juve playing football, Del Piero. When he was gone, I said goodbye. What do you want? I cannot cry about Del Piero. I cannot cry about Nedved. I cannot cry about Trezeguet. I cannot cry about Torricelli. They are gone. It's over. Mamma mia, get over it. Get over it. Mamma mia. Oh. You will get me a heart attack one day. Mamma mia. Every day there is someone that is crying about the past. It's over. Be grateful that it happened. It was beautiful. It was great. And then it's over. Mamma mia. He's not even playing, guys. He's not even playing. He's going to Cannes with Pogba. They are going to cinema. Again, I don't know. Yesterday they told me that where I don't know, because then I asked, can you tell me where, what? They didn't answer. They didn't answer. I would love to see the clip where he's saying that he got the news from my channel. I would love to know. I love you, but it's over. You will hurt yourself. I think it's honestly, if we are really honest, I think it's toxic, no? It's not that he left like 2 months ago that you are really depressed. It's toxic. You will hurt yourself every time you watch a player that is not even in the club that you, I think, love, because you are putting Dybala with the logo of Juve. So he's not there. He's playing for another club. He's celebrating when his team is winning. He wanted to go in Champions League over Juve. You know, you're hurting yourself. It's gone. It's over. It's not good to live in the past too much, huh? It's not good. I'm saying for you, huh, my friend. Do whatever you want. Then I'm advising you, get over it. You cannot. You cannot. Yeah, but Frederick, you like nothing also. I would love to... Dybala should return. The logo is not beautiful. And this is not great. And this is not great. Yeah, what can I tell you? Change club. What can I tell you? Oh. Now, of course, but that's normal. It's his club. Bravo, bravo. And then you go. Now it's what is the name there? Bravo. Now it's Yildiz. And one day, and I will tell you already, one day he will be gone as well, Yildiz. Yildiz will be gone. Yildiz will be gone. Can be this summer, can be next summer, can be in 10 years, can be in 20 years, but one day he will be gone. Everyone goes. Everyone goes. One thing, Beppe will be gone. Soon you will find that I'm old-fashioned, that I will be gone. And there will be a next one, like everything in life. It is like that. Buffon, could he give more to Juve than what he gave? He couldn't give more to Juve than what he gave. Now he needs to pay attention, Buffon, because I don't like his latest statement. Since he's there with Gravina in La Nazionale, mamma mia, bring him back home fast. Because he's starting to... when I hear him speaking, ultimately, guys, I prefer he's not speaking. Mamma mia. Too much there. Mamma mia. Oh. No? Am I unpopular here, or you listen to what he's saying? Bring him back home and that we brainwash him again, that we put him again in black and white. Mamma mia. He's starting really to... When he speaks, you know who spoke well, ultimately? Marchisio, Zidane, Montero. You know what he said, Montero? Today, he said, for Juve, my generation of players of Montero, we would lose a leg for Juve. We would lose a leg for Juve. We do everything for Juve. And the other one is saying we hope that we are supporting the teams in Italy, Bonucci. He wants to come... This guy, with all the respect, this guy, he's crazy. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's begging at the door every day. Please let me come back to Juve. I want to win the Champions League on the bench of Juve. First, take your degree. I want to come I want to be there at Juve. I want to be there at Juve. Then he's taking Juventus in court, one before dropping the case. Then then he's scoring. He's doing like that. Then he's doing Juve. I want to come. Whatever. I want to come. Even if you offer him to clean the stadium after the games, he will accept it. He wants to come so badly, and that's good. That's good. But then pay attention what you are saying, because then he goes in front of microphones. Hey, what about the final of Inter? We are supporting the Italian teams. Hey, we are not supporting the Italian teams. What are you speaking about? Mamma mia. And I'm a Juventino, and when I was a kid, I was a Juve fan, and I love Juve. And you never learned. In 10 years of Juve, 15 years of Juve, you never learned. Mamma mia. Oh. He made me angry already. He already made me angry. And Buffon needs to pay attention because he's also speaking like that. Wait. I will fix that thing of my friend Marco. Marco is my friend, my dear friend, okay? Relationship with Marco will not change because of opinions, okay? Marco is a fantastic person. I love Marco. He was there when I was in difficulty. I was there when he had some doubts and difficulties. We speak weekly with each other. We have a maximum of respect, much more than a lot of you have respect for me, much more than people online have respect for me. We have a fantastic, beautiful friendship, beautiful relationship. That doesn't mean that I agree with everything he does. That doesn't mean that I agree with everything that he says. Like he doesn't agree with everything that I do and that I say, which is normal. But you need to be adult enough in a relationship to say, I accept that you can be different than me, because that's what's beautiful in a world. And then what people are saying in private, I say to Marco, a lot of time. We already had this discussion, even in the airport of Riyadh, where I said, I hate the other Italian teams. I don't support them. Or he's saying, I support them. Do I agree? No. Basta. I say in the face of people what I think. Now, if people will continue here or online, because I know where it's coming from, I don't have the guts, or I don't speak, or Marco, you should tell him that. First of all, you don't know what I'm saying or what I'm not saying. The Bayern view and their viewers are, Did they just create like on Twitch there, the rails. What is it there? That a raid. Does that exist on YouTube? I don't know. That's new. Hey, guten Morgen, mein Freund aus München. Wie geht's? Ich verstehe Deutsch. Ich spreche ein bisschen. Hello to all the people from Bayern. Hey, I hope you enjoyed Matthias de Ligt if you speak German. So, just to close the discussion, don't repeat to me, you should tell. First of all, I said what I had to say. One. Secondly, he's an adult. He's responsible for his words, for his doing. And I am Beppe, he is Marco. Okay? So it's not because a friend of you is, I will exaggerate, is stealing a bank or is murdering someone that because I know him or that I'm responsible for that. Like if I'm doing stupid things, he will not be responsible for me. Can we close that discussion? Please? Because otherwise it starts really to be annoying. No, seriously. That's what I wanted to say about that discussion. Otherwise, I will go crazy. No. So, if you have something to say to Marco, you go and you speak with Marco. And you tell him, Marco, I don't agree with you, like I did. But don't tell me, guys. No? When I don't agree with Marco Bonetti, for example, I tell Marco Bonetti. I don't say, Marco, your friend Bonetti is doing so. I speak to Marco Bonetti, no? It's an example, Anyway, the Bayern view rate for the win. Bravo. Congratulations on the Meisterschale. Congratulations, guys. It was a long time ago that you didn't win 1 year. But in Germany, if you don't win 1 year, it's long, It's long. Now, congratulations. Bayern, respectable team, Also, with Juve, I think that at the end, you benefited more from our relation that we benefited more with Vidal, with Douglas Costa, with Coman. Did we do big business in entry with Bayern Munich? Benatia. But entry, I don't remember. Douglas Costa was one that we can say, but he was always it was made of glass. Attenzione, I forgot one. Guys, to all the people of Bayern, guys, we are a friendly channel. It's not, you just arrived when I was pissed off, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that when we will play against you in Champions League in the final of 25-26, you will already know everything about Juve. But no, indeed, guys, Kenan, if we continue with Kenan the way that we are doing, I think that he will repay all. Oh, Mandzukic. It's a beautiful name as well that we took from Bayern. It's true. Mandzukic, Yildiz, Salihamidzic. Yeah. Not bad. Who is there? Because I don't know, guys. Who is there from the raid of Bayern Munich? Say me. I don't remember where we took Mandzukic from. Was it immediately from Bayern or was it from Atletico? I think from Atletico it could be. I don't remember the chronology, but I think yes. They played in both. That's a fact. Yeah, but Kovac was good, but it's not the first name that I remember like a star signing. From Atletico. Mandzukic. If we look at the balance, I think that Bayern Munich had more. Oh, good, guys. I see nobody. Nobody is telling me I come from the Bayern Munich raid. So then we stop speaking about Bayern Munich. Lucio came from Inter. He played there, but he came from Inter. Yeah, we spoke about De Laurentiis. We spoke about the club. I'm curious what Alfredo Pelluda will say. I'm curious what Alfredo Bello. Let me read the latest comment that I didn't read, and then we'll close. I think this time we'll close. Mamma mia, I was about to close, then bomba news. Bro, how credible Nick Semeraro is. He is confirming Antonio Conte and the leave of Giuntoli. I don't like to speak well or bad. No, well, yes, but I don't like to. I will I will try to say it with a maximum of respect. It's not the one that I'm reading for Juve news. At today, tomorrow everything can change, guys. At today, no. At today, no. I read. I know what he's writing and so on, but. If you're smart, you know what to tweet, how to tweet. No, it's not a source that I follow. I mean that I take. I will not take his information to share them here on the channel with you. Then it's my job, of course, to be aware of what people write. But no, with all the respect, did I lose weight? No, I shaved the beard. No, not even. I need to go because I look dirty. I really look dirty. So I need to go again. My hair, my beard, and no, I didn't. I didn't lose weight. And then Matthew, can we talk about the future Beppe? His name is Berardi. I didn't hear Berardi at the moment, but you know that at a certain moment I was scared because I was talking to someone, and at a certain moment I thought that in Juventus' shortlist of possible candidate for a sporting director there was Carnevali. Mamma mia! Luckily, they said no, it's not Carnevali. But I was scared. You know that Carnevali. It's my nightmare. But anyway, he will not come, guys. It's a family of Marotta, and they will not come. Conte, the farewell is near. Sky Sport again, translated by our friend Moel Chahali. The farewell is near. Could the days of celebration in Naples, the love of the fans, the players, as Lukaku said, that are trying to convince him to stay, change mind, very difficult, almost impossible. There is Juventus waiting for him. So Sky Sport is actually saying, could Lukaku and the people at Naples or in Naples change his mind of Antonio Conte? Sky Sport said extremely difficult. Guys, 48-72 hours. Okay, go guys, tell me. What do you think? Not what do you want. I don't like what do you want. What do you think will happen in the 48-72 next hours? Giuntoli, new role? Giuntoli confirmed, so no news because they will not confirm Giuntoli has a contract, but let's say new role confirmed, out of the club. New role confirmed, out of the club. What do you think, not what do you want, what do you think will happen? Some people are saying, I think nothing will happen. Some people are saying Giuntoli will be out. not much, only speculations. But don't you find it strange, Andrea, that what has been anticipated 20 days ago in a light mode here on the channel, telling you pay attention, open your eyes, and the fact that on Mercato I said wait because everything can change from one day to another, that today Sky Sport, it is an important television, the most important Italian television in terms of sport, that today is actually paraphrasing the scenario that has been kind of explained here on the channel. No? Strange, no? No, voting poll, no, because we have no time, because I will go to sleep. I said we have nothing to say after 1 hour. You remember? I said goodbye. And then bomba, bomba, bomba. Remco is saying, I heard that Giuntoli wanted to spend a lot of money. Yeah, and? Chris, I already answered that question about my dream transfer window. I'm not Peter Pan. I don't know, guys. I live in the reality, not in the dreams. Mercato is crazy, guys. You know, it makes no sense. We are just speaking about the fact that we don't even know who will take care of who will be the sporting director. We don't know who. No, I answered that like 1 hour ago, Chris. Some people were asking exactly the same question about the dream transfer. I said I'm not Peter Pan. I don't live in the dreams. Beppe, which player in the current squad could be the new Giaccherini for Conte? You speak about role or about personality? About the guy that nobody believes in and that is underrated, but then he's giving so much. If you're speaking about that, and that is actually today in the team, I would have loved. Man, no, you don't have to. I'm joking, Chris. I would have loved to answer Cambiaso. Even if probably he has a higher rating than Giancherini had in the past, because really we saw him in the top 3, so it's a wrong name. I agree with maybe the guys in the chat. I think that McKennie is the ideal profile. Multi-use player, always underrated. Yeah. Here is our friend Rob Lewandowski. He's there. Ciao, Rob. The last one, guys. I really need to go to sleep. Guys, do you know that the top 5 players to keep and to sell? But you know what is funny? Rob, he knows that I hate these games. He knows that I hate these games. I don't know. Top 5 players to keep. It's a lot. 5 players to keep, to sell. To keep. Okay, to keep. Di Gregorio. Thuram, Bremer, Yildiz, Di Gregorio, Bremer, Thuram, Yildiz, the 5th one, yeah, I will go for Loca. Yeah, these are the 5 to keep. To sell, Dusan Vlahovic. Milik. Douglas Lewis. Kelly. And the fifth one you can choose between one of the loanies, Kostic, Arthur, probably Arthur. But it really pains me, Kelly. Kelly really pains me. Because honestly, he's just paying the fact that he comes as the last choice, being overpaid. How many games did he play with Juve? How many games did you play with Juve? He played 15 games. I can tell you that in these 15 games, so 12 of Serie A, 1 of Coppa Italia, 2 of Champions League, I can tell you that in these 15 games, he played like 7 good games. I would probably say 8 good games. 8 good games, 4 bad games, 3 disaster games. I didn't say he played fantastic games. I never said that. I said I think that he played 8 good games, 4 bad games, 3 disaster. Honestly. It's not the worst signing of my life. Absolutely not. I think that Kelly is not at the level of Juve. But honestly, against Venezia. But I was the first one to say it. He was a disaster against Venezia. I didn't like him at all against Venezia. But it's a guy. It's a guy that comes at Juve in the winter. Arriving in the winter is already difficult. He arrives at Juve in the winter, compared or linked with Huijsen, which actually it has nothing to see with Huijsen. It's our fantasy that is linking it with Huijsen, but actually it has nothing to see with Huijsen, because it's one transfer window later. He's not even involved with Bournemouth or whatever. He comes from there, but it's our fantasy that is linking it. But actually, no. So he's paying the price of the comparison with Huijsen, the overpriced, the fact that he was not playing at Newcastle, and you're all, I understand it. But if you're looking at the games, he starts 2 games as a left back, where he's not a left back. He's a left foot center back. He's a player that can play in a 3-man defense. He arrives, he's obliged to play there without understanding the language, the league. Then every time that he's playing in a 3-man defense, at a certain moment, every single time there was another partner. Sometimes it was Renato Vega, sometimes it was Kalulu. The last time it was Savona. In a difficult moment of Juve. I cannot blame him, honestly. Then is he at the level of Juve? No, he's not at the level of Juve. Will he ever be at the level of Juve? I sincerely doubt it, because he's not 21, he's already 27. So yes, it's a bad signing. We all knew it. But I cannot blame him. And honestly, if I look really in a neutral way at the performances that he did, honestly, again, he did 8 good performances, 4 bad performances, 3 disaster performances. 1 more, 1 less, if you want. We had a lot of different lineups, but the different lineups, it always fits a narrative, because when people didn't like Allegri, they were blaming that he was using different lineups. No, he was not using different line. No, he was. He was never using the same lineup twice in a row. And people were blaming Allegri for that. But then you had a trendy Italiano that was doing it, and he destroyed the record of Allegri, and he was a genius with Fiorentina because he was doing it. Because he was never playing the same lineup. You see, it's the narrative about that story. Guys, Tudor, he never played the same lineup, not because he wanted or he didn't want, because he couldn't, he had no choice. He was obliged. He was really obliged to do so. Every game you have a new injury. I think, honestly, I think that except of Conte, today it's extremely difficult to see a lot of the same lineups. Because you have more games, more pressure, bigger intensity, more injuries, bigger rosters. It's really tough. It's really tough to see the same lineups because you have 5 changes. That changed a lot. In the past, you have only 3 changes, so you play the one that because you will not have a lot of opportunity to change. Now that you have 5 subs, you can address, you can change, you can let some players rest for a half. So I don't think that we will see a lot of the same lineups every time. Ancelotti was doing it. Ancelotti was doing it at Real Madrid, and Conte with Napoli. Where I think it went wrong with Dusan, the day that we signed him. Not because we wanted to sign him, but for the price that we paid for him, for the salary structure. No, but it's seriously for the salary that we gave. That package brought him immediately in the eyes of Juventini, but also in his eyes, I must give an immediate impact. I must solve things. I am the savior. So, and he couldn't handle it, like Jimmy's saying, like people are saying in the chat, he couldn't handle it. So that's why I'm saying the day that we signed him, not because Dusan Vlahovic was he is a player with potential, we see, but and more he put himself pressure, more he couldn't. That's what I think. No, it's not to mock Vlahovic, or I think that we made a horrible mistake in a player that gave 6 months at Fiorentina, because that's what they did at 6 months at Fiorentina, to give him that contract that was out of proportion. For a player that was young, really young. I close because it's already 2 hours 20. I really wanted to do a 1 hour live period. No, you see, we started again. We started again with Mercato is crazy. Then I say, well, we do 1 hour video, and at the end we are here for like 3 hours live. Mamma mia, disaster. Wait, guys, don't miss the videos. Tick tack, tick tack, tick tack, tick tack, and let's see what Colo will do, the magic. we need oh, guys, the channel like here, we cannot go with these handmade things like that cannot be. We need to go boom boom. Dai. Buonanotte a tutti. Forza and mercato is crazy. Ciao.